Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome back to Raising Spirits, and if this is your first time with us, hi, nice to see you, and glad you stopped by. So, what we got on tap today, guys, is we're going to be making movie cocktails. These are drinks made famous by various movies and, Hollywood shows over the years. I'm really excited about this one, guys, because you know how it is whenever you watch a show or a movie and you see either like either a drink or something food related on TV, and you're like, oh my god, that looks so good, I want that. That's what we're doing today with drinks. And there's no, like, the list goes on. There's so many different drinks that are featured in so many different movies, so obviously we're not going to touch on all of them today because I don't want you guys to get too bored. We'll keep it relatively condensed. But I'm sure we'll get to some of those other drinks in the future. So today we're just going to stick to a few of them that'll hopefully give you guys a lot of variety in flavor and options of other drinks that you can try out there, as well as maybe offer you some options for movies that you may have not seen, because there's a lot of good movies out there as well. So that's what we're doing today, guys. This is going to be cocktails made famous by Hollywood. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so the first cocktail we're mixing today is going to be the Arnold Palmer, as it is featured in the 2010 buddy cop film The Other Guys, starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. Really funny movie, really kind of an underrated comedy in my opinion, and it's definitely worth a watch. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But in that movie, this particular drink, the Arnold Palmer, is featured. Now, a lot of people think the Arnold Palmer is just a simple, it is basically just a simple 50-50 iced tea and lemonade, and it works as equally good as a mocktail as it does as an alcoholic drink as well. But because here on Raising Spirits, we drink booze, we mix booze, so this is going to be an alcoholic version. So you definitely are going to need whiskey. So I'm going to use bourbon. I think you can use any old whiskey, honestly, but I think traditionally you want to use bourbon. I got a little bit of Jim Beam left, so we're going to use whatever I have left of my Jim Beam. Then you're also going to need some iced tea, and you're going to need simple syrup and some fresh lime juice. No, lemon juice. Lemon. Not lime, lemon. Sorry. If, of course, you do not have fresh lemons available, you can always just use a sweet and sour syrup, or if you even don't have sweet and sour on hand, literally, like I said, 50% iced tea and 50% lemonade, and that's probably going to be your most basic way of mixing an Arnold Palmer. 50-50 with your whiskey, and then that's it. This is going to be a little bit more of a mixology type version because we are using the fresh lemon juice, we are using the simple syrup, and I prefer to do it that way because you just get so much more depth of flavor, guys, when you do it, and when you build a drink in layers like that, and you can get all of the different flavors out of it. So, and then, yeah, so you got your whiskey, your iced tea, your simple syrup, and your lemon juice, and then you're going to need to water it down a little bit with just some regular water, because, of course, fresh lemon juice, very sour, and simple syrup will be very sweet, so you just want to, put some water in there just so that it won't be too sour or too sweet. And then, yeah, that's an Arnold Palmer, you guys, as is featured in the 2010 film, The Other Guys. Let's get to mixing. And there you go, guys. There was the Arnold Palmer. The Arnold Palmer. It's kind of a tongue twister for me, apparently. I don't know. Anyway, great movie, great drink. And highly recommend you do it. And I highly recommend that you use the actual lemon juice paired with the simple syrup as opposed to just generic lemonade or sweet and sour. Because when you build it in layers like that, I promise you can taste the difference in terms of just the potency of the flavor of the drink. So highly recommend the fresh lemon juice and the simple syrup. But anyway, moving on. So up next, what we got is the Brandy Alexander, as featured in the movie Two Lovers from 2008, starring Joaquin Phoenix. Now, I was a little hesitant to put in this one because I really wanted to do the White Russian from the movie The Big Lebowski, because that particular drink, that particular movie, such a huge cult following, so iconic, and I promise we will do that in the future. But I thought this would be a really good opportunity to maybe throw out a different drink out there that maybe some people aren't as familiar with, and maybe even a different movie that a lot of people aren't familiar with. Big Lebowski, most people know what that is. Two Lovers from 2008, maybe not as many people know that one, and same goes for the drink. So what you're going to need for this drink, guys, is going to be some brandy, cream de cacao, so chocolate liqueur, you guys, and you're also going to be using some cream. Now, you can use heavy cream, you can use half and half. I'm going to be using half and half today, but you can use whatever you have on hand. And honestly, if you need to use 2% milk, that will work just fine as well, although I do recommend something a little bit thicker, a little bit higher fat content. So that's what's up next, guys. It's going to be the Brandy Alexander, as is featured in the 2008 movie Two Lovers, starring Joaquin Phoenix. Let's get to mixing. So there you go, guys. There was the Brandy Alexander from the movie Two Lovers from 2008. Really delicious drink, really chocolatey, really creamy, but it does have that punch. It does have that horsepower just because it does have, 2 ounces of brandy in it. So it is a pretty strong drink as well, but lots of flavor, very creamy. You don't want to drink too many of those, though. Yeah, you got to be careful with dairy drinks and overindulging with those. And traditionally, I think the Brandy Alexander is actually served in a martini glass, but in the movie, they actually served it in a brandy sniffer type glass thing. I forget exactly. I think that's what they're called. But anyways, yeah, they served it in that glass in the movie, which is why I used it, because I happen to have the glass. And also because the next drink we're going to make will actually be served in a martini glass. And the next drink we're making is the Cosmopolitan, as is featured in the 2008 movie Sex and the City. I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't know much about the Sex and the City franchise. I know it was a really popular show. I know they made a couple movies. I think I saw one of them, but I actually don't remember it, at all. It's just not one of those things that's really been on my radar, although I do know what the Cosmopolitan is, and I really, really like this drink, which is why I thought it would be fun to feature it in this video. When I think of Sex and the City, honestly, I think of Bruno sitting around a campfire with a bunch of rednecks being like, "We are so like the Sex and the City girls. Which one are you? Which one?" That's what I think of when I think of Sex and the City. So I really don't know much about the franchise, but this drink was featured in the movie, and it's a great drink. So we're gonna make it. So you're gonna need vodka, guys, triple sec, so orange flavored liqueur. Lots of different brands out there. I happen to have triple sec on hand. It's one I usually get. And then you're going to need some cranberry juice. I just have regular Ocean Spray Original. And some orange bitters. I'm really excited to use these, actually. I haven't had a chance to use them yet and see how they taste in a final product of a drink. So orange bitters. And you're also going to need some fresh lime juice. Yes, lime juice, not lemon. I said it right this time. Yes, so some fresh lime juice. And we're going to shake it all up, serve it in a martini glass. And just for fun, I think I'm going to garnish it with some lemon peel. You don't have to do that part, but I like a garnish on a drink. Just add something to it. So here we go, guys. This is going to be the Cosmopolitan, as it is featured in the 2008 movie Sex and the City. Let's get to mixing. And there you have the Cosmopolitan, you guys, as is featured in the 2008 movie Sex and the City. Really delicious drink. I might not know the movie very well and don't really remember it, but the drink is absolutely delicious. Very, very sweet and fruity and flavorful, but at the same time, it's not too sweet. It's actually a very, very strong, potent drink, but you get all the little subtle hints of the flavor in there. The orange from the triple sec and the bitters, that bit of cranberry juice, and honestly, I think the lemon peel actually really helps the drink too and helps lift it up in a big way. So really great drink. If you haven't tasted it, definitely try to check that out. So up next, what we got, guys, is we got the Champagne Cup, as is featured in the movie, the Grand Budapest Hotel from 2014, starring Ralph Fiennes. Great movie. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need brandy and some triple sec, and then you're also going to need some maraschino cherries and some maraschino cherry juice. We're going to garnish it with a maraschino cherry, but you need a little bit of the syrup out of the jar as well, just a touch of it. And then you're going to need Prosecco, some champagne. And we're gonna mix it together, and generally you want to serve it in a champagne glass. I mean, it's called the Champagne Cup. I, unfortunately, like an asshole, I do not have any champagne glasses, so we're gonna have to make do with serving it in a martini glass for today. My apologies for that. I will get some champagne glasses for the future, but at the moment I don't have any. The important thing is that it will not affect the flavor of the drink. The glass you serve it in is irrelevant. You can serve it in a plastic cup. It's going to taste just as good. I like good glasses, but at the moment I do not have a champagne glass. I'm sorry. So yeah, martini glass will have to do. So this is going to be the Champagne Cup as is shown in the Grand Budapest Hotel from 2014. Let's get to mixing, guys. And there you had the Champagne Cup, guys, featured in the Grand Budapest Hotel from 2014. Really good drink and very good movie as well if you haven't seen the movie. I was a little bit light on the brandy in my drink. I didn't realize like how little brandy I actually had left in that bottle, and I was like, oh shit, I'm out of brandy, damn it. So it was a little bit weaker than I would ordinarily like my Champagne Cup, and it was a little bit on the sweeter side, but you know what? Maybe you guys like that. Maybe you prefer a little bit more sweetness and a little bit more of that side of things instead of just wanting the horsepower and the flavors of the alcohol, which a lot of people do. So if that's the case, you might want to cut down on the brandy a bit, the way I had made the one you saw. But for me, I prefer a full strength one with the proper quantities of brandy to triple second champagne and so on. But nevertheless, really delicious drink and very good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. So the last drink we're going to make today, guys, is going to be the Harvey Wallbanger, as it is shown or talked about in the 2018 comedy Game Night starring Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams. Very underrated movie, in my opinion. Didn't get the attention that I felt it deserved. It was actually very, very well done for what it was. I mean, if you go into it expecting to see, The Godfather, you're probably going to be disappointed. But it was an entertaining movie for what it was. And there's a scene in it where they talk about where Jason Bateman's in a bar and he's wanting to test a bartender's knowledge of cocktails, so he orders a Harvey Wallbanger. I mean, I don't know why that's how you would test a bartender's cocktail mixing ability, because it's such a simple drink. I think a martini or something like that, something that's very, very precise like that, would be a better test of a bartender's true skill at mixology. But nevertheless, this is the drink that was featured, and rightfully so, because it's such an iconic and delicious drink. So what you're going to need for this, guys, is you're going to need vodka, you're going to need orange juice, basically a screwdriver, right? But what sets it aside from a screwdriver is this guy, and that's going to be Galliano, vanilla-flavored liqueur, you guys. This is going to take your screwdriver to the next level and make it into a Harvey Wallbanger where it will taste like a creamsicle. It's very delicious, and there's so many different ways you can play around with it. There's like a lot of people that make like Harvey Wallbanger flavored baked goods and things like this, and we're actually going to play around like with that a little bit. So there's more to come using the Harvey Wallbanger. So stay tuned for that. We're going to definitely do some things like that using this particular cocktail, which is why I wanted to feature it for you guys today too. Really iconic cocktail. Really, really good, underrated movie, I think. So here we go, guys. This is going to be the Harvey Wallbanger, as it is shown or talked about, featured. I don't remember exactly if you even see the drink in the movie, but they do talk about it in the 2018 comedy Game Night, starring Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams. Let's get to mixing, guys. And there was the Harvey Wallbanger, you guys. Super delicious. And like I said before we mixed, it tastes like a creamsicle, you guys. It tastes like childhood to me. If childhood had alcohol in it, which it shouldn't. It should never have alcohol involved in your childhood. But yeah, it definitely tastes like a creamsicle, you guys. Super, super delicious. As you can tell, because I'm sitting here sipping on it. Yeah, that's very nice. That's all I got for you today, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I had so much fun mixing these for you guys today. If I missed your favorite movie cocktail, I apologize. I promise we'll get to it in the future. I hope you guys try these drinks out. I really hope you do. Let us know in the comments down below which ones your favorite was, which ones you didn't like maybe, and let us know which ones you think we should do next. I don't know. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that jazz, whatever, and always remember to drink responsibly, guys. Cheers. Have a great day, guys.